Hi, I'm Dr. Isela Garcia of Alessi Group, and we are excited about an upcoming training that we have called Nurture Nature. And this is Trudy Urusta, who is one of our consultants. We call her our garden grandma. And I was a teacher who gardened just by trying to figure it out. And sometimes it worked and sometimes it didn't. And so we're so excited to offer this training. Now, who is this for?
This is for anybody that works with children and wants to do some gardening with the kids, with parents that just want to do it for their families, teachers who are scared to death about killing everything that they try to plant, anybody who has an interest in gardening. And it can be so simple. It can really be simple, so don't feel overwhelmed.
You know, one of the things that, because we've done this a couple times, and the first time I went to a session, I always thought that gardening was in an actual garden, like you had to go and put it, which is a lovely idea, right?
Not in Arizona.
But some teachers don't even have the space for that. They don't have an outdoor playground that they can put a garden in. And one of the things that I thought was just pretty incredible is how many different ways you can garden, not just what we imagine a garden to look like. So share some of those ideas.
Well, it's pretty fun because you can be so creative. Just look around your house or your school and see, oh, what can I put a plant in? This is something that I thought was very cool that I haven't done yet. I'm going to wait till it's close to our session. But this is a great watering can that my husband bought me, and it corroded and now it leaks. So it doesn't work for gardening, watering the plants anymore. So I thought what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this into a planter and put a plant in here that kind of hangs over.
Oh, that's lovely.
So, yep, so like that was just something when I was collecting stuff, I said, oh yeah, I always wanted to do that, so I'm going to do that. Another thing that you can do is a roasting pan. How many of you have these and don't know what to do with it?
Well, you find these at like thrift stores.
Oh, and Goodwill, absolutely. And all you need is a drill and someone to drill some holes in this, and then this can be a planter. And I'll talk more about that. Any of these cute containers, I got all of these at the Dollar Tree. And this I'm so excited about. 3 days ago, I bought this pack of bulbs at the Dollar Tree. And they're just dead old bulbs. And look what's happened.
Oh, wow.
In 3 days. It's got roots. It's got a little stem coming up. And when I carried this in from the parking lot this morning, this was not above the glass.
That's amazing.
So if you want to start something with kids and you need instant gratification, this is the way to go. Very simple. Water, rocks, bulbs.
And what's so cool about that is, you know, sometimes to wait for something to grow, like a carrot
100 days.
100 days.
Yeah.
Children either lose interest or they don't understand what's happening. That is an incredible thing you can do.
And I just took a chance. Dollar Tree, like 7 bulbs for $1. Is this going to work? So like you said, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
And
this one worked.
That's a learning lesson. I think one of the things that my kids, just because by default, sometimes it worked and sometimes it didn't, and that wasn't on purpose, but what an incredible experience for that.
And then you talk about, okay, well, what should we change? What do you think is going to help it? Lots of different things that you can do. I really want to focus, though, on what you can plant in. You know those germinating things that you can buy with the little pods that you stick with water? Well, you can do that and pay for that, or you can use an egg carton, put dirt in it and use it for gardens.
You have numbers in there. Is there a reason?
No, because this was for math. So when math is mastered, then you can use it. I thought this was great too, and I've done this before at home. I'll let you, there we go.
There it goes, yeah.
I've bought these before, these eggs, and use it put dirt in. First put a little hole just for drainage. Put some dirt in it, put your seeds, keep it moist, and then you know when you germinate, you want it to be airtight. Is this great or what?
Yeah.
I mean, it's already here.
Tomatoes.
Right. It's, it's already here. And then you can cut this off, put it underneath to catch the drips. Perfect.
That is lovely. It's like its own little greenhouse, right?
It is.
Yeah.
And instead of buying all of those things all the time, and like you said, if it works, great. If it doesn't, that was an experiment.
Yep.
Other things, I've done this before, and I'm going to do this when we have our workshop, is drill some holes in a pair of boots that I got at Goodwill. Put some rocks in the bottom. This cocoa mat stuff is great. Stuff that in. Then put a plant. It's perfect. It's perfect.
So why do you put rocks in first?
Well, you want drainage.
Okay.
You want drainage.
Or
so,
else it'll just sit and
it'll get moldy
Moldy and
and
rot.
smell
Okay.
and,
Okay.
and stuff. And,
All right.
that doesn't feel
And
good.
these rocks, I mean, you can find rocks, but these rocks are at the Dollar
They're
Tree,
perfect.
right?
Right,
Yeah,
right.
easy, little bags for that.
Right, and I got this little vase at the Dollar Tree too.
Yep.
So that's a great place to go. So another thing that I've always done in my classroom was to take an old Tonka truck and put a
Yeah.
plant in it. And again, these cocoa mats are great. This is a very old one, but I'm not throwing it away because I can use it, break it up. But you could put this cocoa mat in, and that kind of holds the soil in one place and doesn't let everything wash away. Then you have some drainage in this little container, put your plants, and it's adorable. Isn't it adorable?
Yeah, it's totally
Totally
adorable. Yeah.
Another thing that I've done with kids is I had everybody bring in an old shoe, an old tennis shoe. They could bring in their dad's shoe, their baby shoe, whatever. I brought in my shoe. Again, with a little hand drill that you can get pretty much anywhere, especially Harbor Freight, if you do woodworking in your classroom. Put a couple of holes in the bottom, same thing. Put some dirt in there, some rocks, some dirt, a plant, and this can outline a whole garden area
Oh, that's
or along
lovely.
the fence in your playground. I've also seen them hung on a chain link fence.
Wow.
And, you know, the kids know, that's my dad's shoe. You know, that's my
That's
baby
amazing.
shoe. And it's very, very cute to see.
That's awesome.
Also, when we have our session, we're going to talk about larger scale gardens that you can buy or that you can make. My classic freebie is those plastic wading pools that everybody buys at the
Oh, yeah, the
beginning
blue
of the
ones.
summer.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
At the beginning of the summer, and then they crack and you throw them out. Well, on Big Trash Day, I go around my neighborhood and I collect all the ones that I see that are cracked because they're perfect.
Yeah.
Put some more holes in it, and we'll have some pictures and things to show. But you can fit about 6 tomato plants in one of those round
That's
pools.
amazing.
It's confined, easy. You don't spend a lot of money. We're also going to learn how to grow corn, how to grow in a sock.
Yeah.
Any other things that you remember? That,
You know, one of the things that I think was really helpful is it helped alleviate some of the anxiousness that many of us get around gardening. And I think that's what prevents us from doing it. Is this we are afraid that we're not doing something right. Enough water, enough light. Do I have this? Do I have that? It helped me feel at ease.
Another thing I think that when you think gardening, you think of a product.
Right.
The end result is a product.
Right.
Not always.
Yep. Yeah.
I mean, but there's a whole lot of learning in there.
And I will tell you, that's an important thing, that if you are a classroom teacher, gardening is one of those things that when we take a look at the standards, there's so much alignment in terms of
Absolutely.
supporting children's growth, learning, and development. And so we are going to spend some time really talking about where is the learning. So make sure that you check us out on our website. That's at alessigroup.com. We're also on all social media platforms. So we're on Facebook. If you want to register there, you can do that. So we just be on the lookout. And once we have solidified the date, register. And we are excited to see you.
Well, and you know what? I was so excited. Yesterday, before I even knew I was going to do this, I went by the nursery just to pick up a pepper plant. There is everything you can imagine out right now.
Really?
Oh, if you want to get like excited, just go to a Home Depot or a Summer Winds or Dig It or something, walk in, and you'll want to come to our session.
Well, that's awesome. So be on the lookout for us. Thank you.
Bye.